Welcome back, guys, for more Timberborn, and this episode promises to be make or break for this series. I'm going to make some major changes. I'm talking serious, huge, radical changes. It's either going to save the series and turn it into something truly epic, or it's going to be dead in the water. Okay, I have been struggling with the map for quite some time. There are a lot of things that I want to do. I've got some... I started off with really, really big plans for what I was going to do in this series. And I found myself constrained by the map. The map just isn't big enough to do the things that I want to do. Okay, if you think about a map of Middle-earth, and I'll put up a map of Middle-earth. The hobbits started their journey like way up here. In the northwest. They travelled from the Shire, which would have been like up here, across to Rivendell and the Misty Mountains. Then they travelled down along the Misty Mountains and they went through the mines of Moria. Then they went south. You've got Isengard down here, then and the Gap of Rohan. And then over here you've got Helm's Deep. And then you come south into Gondor. You've got Minas Tirith, you've got Osgiliath, and then you've got the Black Gates into Mordor, and Mordor would be over here. Okay. Now, like Isengard, if you take Isengard needs to be at least the size of Minas Tirith, right? And there just isn't freaking room. So, for example, if I put Isengard here, I want to put in the mountain that's behind it and build the huge dam. Right, so that like at the end of the series, maybe I break the dam and flood Isengard, right? I just don't have the room to do that. So the first thing that we're going to do, we're going to play double it with the map. I am going to double the size of this map. So I'm going to use the resize map mod. Thank goodness I've got this installed. And we're going to increase the breadth of the map. Now, this is the biggest size that the game supports, which is 256 by 256 tiles. We're going to go up to 512. Oh, good Lord. This is going to be big. There's going to be all kinds of issues, but I think I've got workarounds for it. So let's do this. Oh, and the expand strategy, you can either just like copy the far edge and it'll just extend it exactly as it is, or you can use mirror and mirror this map up there. We're going to go with the with mirror. Yeah, this should be interesting. Okay, it's done. Let's reload it and see what it looks like. And here is the new map. And as you can see, it has literally mirrored this on this side. That gives me so much more space to work with. So what I'm planning to do is extend this mountain range up here and across the map to form the Misty Mountains. We have the Shire, Rivendell, and then down here we'll have the Gap of Rohan to take us into Rohan, and then down to Gondor. Isengard is probably going to be somewhere around here. It's going to be quite interesting. Now, when you do a map resize, it gets rid of all the water. Okay, so the first thing I've got to do is fix the water situation. Okay, that's the water sorted. Excellent. Okay, now the next thing. The map is looking really, really drab, right? Minas Tirith, like surrounded by just all this barren desert, does not look good. I think Minas Tirith looks okay, but it could be so much better. For the best effect, what I would like is for this edge of the irrigation or the irrigated land. I think it would be really nice if we had that kind of around the edge of the walls of Minas Tirith. So that it kind of looked like a little bit worn around this area. So yeah, that's what we're going to... Oh, you know what? If I was really clever, I might be able to get like a bit of a worn area where the path is going to be like the main road into Minas Tirith. Oh, okay. I've only just thought of that. So yeah, this is going to make this very, very interesting. Okay. What I need to do is I need to get my demolish tool and I need to measure out from here. Okay, so that's 12, 15, 16. Okay, I think I want to come out like 17. The irrigation will go like 15 tiles. So I'm thinking we come out 16, maybe 17. So we're going to want the edge of our irrigation there. What I now have to do is go round and basically mark in all around the walls, like where I want the irrigation to come up to. And I do want there to be a little bit of variation to it. So I'm thinking it probably goes pretty much straight across here, right, to there. And then, in fact, the irrigation canal is going to be 3 tiles wide. So I probably want to come, a couple of tiles past there. Then it's going to need to come in, I don't know, something along the lines of this. Right, what's going to happen now is I'm going to spend a lot of time measuring and drawing this road in. So, yeah, I'll come back when I'm done. Okay, I think I'm fairly happy with this design. So, how am I going to do this? Right, what we're going to do, we're going to grab some double dynamite, and from this line, we're going to come out 3 tiles. So, 3 tiles all the way along here. Right, I will lay that in off cam. And then we're going to have the beavers do it. Now, the rules are going to stay the same. So large-scale terrain changes, large-scale decorative terrain changes, I'll be using the dev tools for, as we voted on. I've had a few comments from people saying, oh, you're using the dev tools. Yeah, we had a vote on this. If you want to join in any votes, and we have quite a few of them, about how the series is going to progress, then just check out the posts section on my channel. We agreed that for large-scale decorative changes, then I can use the dev tools. It just keeps things moving along. But for anything else, the beavers are going to build it. So like this dynamite, the beavers are going to be laying this dynamite. In fact, I can kick this off and they can get going. It would make sense, I think, to just put a path across there because it'll speed things up a bit. And here they come, dynamite in hand, hopefully. Well, I say dynamite. I mean, if some of them have dynamite, some of them will have a bit of extract. And then we're going to be covering it up. So, yeah, all the irrigation is going to be done underground. And it's going to be done under pressure. Okay. How are we going to get water over here? Well, it's going to come from the main reservoir. Oh, yeah. So now what I need to do is figure out like levels and things. So the tunnel is going to be at this level. Okay, so, and it's going to be 3 tiles wide. So I'm going to get the beavers to fill all this in and then just cover up this layer, leaving us a tunnel underneath for the water. I can only go up to there, can't I? And then we're going to have to dynamite this out. So this will be singles, and then this is going to be doubles, taking us all the way. Now, let's see, how far do I need to go? I only need like 3 tiles here, and then we're going to have to go through into there. But before we can go into there, we need to kind of seal this up. And I guess, oh man, yeah, this is going to be interesting how I get through there. So that this isn't a ridiculously long job, I'll extend the tube out here to where? To, let's say, there. And then we'll put in a tube station, and I'll supply them with like dirt piles and stuff like that. Okay. Yeah. Now, in order to get this built quickly, it would make sense to run a path down here, wouldn't it? Yeah, it would. Run a path down here and then kind of along here so that they can, instead of just building it like 1 by 1 from inside, they can actually do like the whole thing in one go. Now, as you can see, Helm's Deep has been ripped out completely. It was here. And that's going to be replaced later by something bigger, better, and more badass. Hopefully. Somewhere, I don't know, somewhere like over here or something. So I was trying to figure out how on earth I was going to like get down into the reservoir to do a little bit of tunneling down there. And look what I saw. If we go down, oh, you can't see it. Now you can see it. Look, we've got a tube tunnel running down there. It goes all the way to the bottom. That is left over from when I originally dynamited this out. So that's freaking good news. We just bring that up to there. And then we have... oh, that's got to come up one more. There we go. And then we have tube there and tube there. Awesome sauce. Okay. Now what we've got to do is hook up this tube into our tube network. All of this is going to get filled in. This is not going to be a reservoir anymore. We're going to be relying on... well, we already rely on this. We don't take water from this. The water that goes into here is just overflow. And it's just wasted. It just either dries up or it runs over and goes off the map. So... You know what? For now, I think I'll just hook it up like direct. What I was thinking was like, do I fill in like a piece, and then? But we'll manage for now. But eventually, yes, it's all going to get filled in. Right. This episode is kind of rushed, and the reason for that is that I have spent hours, like most of the day, researching like how I could kind of do something to make the series like what it should always have been, which is like epic and like grand scale and look really amazing. So yeah, I've been looking at mods and like the map resizing and what issues that was going to present. The map resize is going to cause performance concerns. It's gonna cause some issues. But I think I can get around those issues if I'm careful with the water and the amount of beavers and bots and things that we have. So, yeah, it's something that I've got to manage. But, yeah, I've still got to make it work. So it is what it is. I'm just looking at this and thinking, they can't do that bit of dynamite, can they? No, they can't. So we need a bridge. Okay, one bridge coming up. It just needs to be like a little one. Right there will do the job. Okay, so we need to come up to one below that, don't we? Yeah, we need to be up at that level. Now, I could do it from one tile lower than that, couldn't I? Yeah. So I could actually do it from there. So the tunnels themselves will go in there. Yeah. Okay. Let's just go up a level and make sure. Yeah, that's the right. And then down one. Yeah, that's correct. Okay, so now I just need to put in stairs up to this. And the stairs go boop, 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 all the way to the top. Awesome. And the beavers. And the beavers have already started on this. How are the beavers? Oh, have they done the... How? How are the beavers getting... Oh, hang on a second. Hang on a second. So is this already connected somewhere? Yes, it is. It's already connected via the... no, that's not connected. How are they doing this? Because that's not connected. Oh, that's how they're doing it. The sneaky. They're coming round here and jumping into the tube network there and doing it. Oh, well done. These beavers, they're very ingenious. I've got to say, I'm impressed. Okay. Thanks, beavers, for making me look like I don't know what the hell's going on. I mean, I don't, but that's not the point. Okay, they've laid all this dynamite. There's one thing I've got to do before. Now let's see. I can blow this dynamite up here. Cool. Then I've got to rip out these stairs and the platform that they're on. Get rid of those. Now, that needs to go down... Oh, that oh, no, that needs to go down too, doesn't it? It's a good job I spotted that. Get rid of that. Okay, so I want... twos. I want a 2 there, and I just want a 1 there, don't I? Yeah, okay, good. Once they put those in, then we can blow... Actually, I can blow this now. Blow that, and blow that. Awesome sauce. Okay, so we blow that, and then we're through, and... Right, so all we've got to do now is get those done, blow them, and then cover this whole thing up. And they're throwing this in very, very quickly indeed. Awesome sauce. Now, as soon as they've done that... actually, not as soon as they've done that. First, we need to blow all of this dynamite. So, and then we've got to cover all of this up. This is going to be some quite good boom boom. We like a nice bit of boom boom around here. We like it better with sound, though. I lost track. I was thinking of something else then. My mind just wandered off. Focus on the boom boom, Sky. Always focus on the boom boom. Let's put the final blocks in like that. Right, then we're all covered up. Okay, this is ready to go Oh, wow. We are very, very close. Come on, guys, finish these tiles, and then we're going to go tunneling. Okay, it is all ready to go. I did have to make a couple of adjustments. There were a couple of places where it wasn't wide enough. There were a couple of places here and a couple of places here, but I fixed those. Let's go over here then and see. Let's see if we can get this done. What do we need to do? The first thing we need to do is to tunnel through these 3 tiles. Now, actually, that's the point. Can they reach that one from there? They should be able to. Here they come. Walking down the street, and boom, 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 and the water floods in. Right, I'm going to pause because I want to see this greening, because I think this could be very, very cool indeed. If I've got it right. If I haven't got it right, I'm going to look like a complete prawn. Right, go. Here it comes. Here comes the greening. Picture you like a good bit of greening, don't you?
I do.
So the idea is that we'll have a little bit around the edge of the walls, which is not green, to kind of make it look kind of a bit worn. And the same coming up the path here. Okay, so that's what we've got round there. And then this goes round.
Very satisfying.
It's very, very satisfying. Okay, now that I can see what we've got, I can actually have a bit of a tinker around and get this like a little bit closer in certain places, because I do want it closer to the walls. Like it should be like this. In order to allow me to have a little bit of a tinker around, we need to come back around here, go down. Well, actually, I can just drag this down. Will probably be more sensible rather than trying to duck under the scaffolding. If we go down to here, if I rip out these platforms like that, and then put in some sluices. Oh, yeah. So we'll have 1, 2, 3 sluices going across there. And then I'm going to set these to, at the moment, just be open. And then if I want to tinker around in here, I can just set them to closed. And then I can just like dynamite down and change whatever I need to change. And easy, easy. So, Beavers, can you build these sluices for me, please? And there it was, completely done. Awesome sauce. Right, let's come over here. Right, am I going to do a little bit of tinkering? You know what? Let me do a little bit of tinkering and see if I can make this look a little bit nicer. Okay, well, I've already spent way more time on that than I anticipated. But I got to say, I'm reasonably pleased with the results. We need to extend it down a little bit more on that side and maybe take it in a tile or two there. But generally speaking, you get the idea, right? And I think it looks a hell of a lot better. The big problem we've got now is Minas Tirith itself. This is supposed to be the white city. This is supposed to be gleaming, and it's not. It's Gandalf the Grey city, which is not a good thing. So we're going to do something about that. Okay, now that is the white city. Oh, yes. This is why I've wanted right from the start. You know, I am going to continue to look for mods to change the building color because, oh my God, that is awesome. That is just awesome. This was achieved by using a mod, and it's this mod that gives you a color, and it allows you to just like set it however you want. So I can change this to like any color, and it works great on these blocks. It does not work so well on the buildings, unfortunately. You can increase the color, but changing the color to white is very difficult because I'll show you. So if I try and change the color to white, so I'll do the same change that I've made on this, which is to make it the color white and the percentage up to 50. And when I click off it, you'll see like, yeah, it just looks kind of not right. Now, I may end up going for something like this because it does kind of make it blend in a bit more. I mean, maybe with a smaller percentage it would work, and it's something that I'll play around with. I haven't had time to play around with it that much. I mean, I can tone it down a little bit. It certainly blends. I think maybe it blends in better with the White City. So we'll see. We'll see about that. But these are the kind of major changes that I'm going to be making. So yeah, they are radical, they are sweeping, but I think they're going to end up making this map look amazing. But what do you think? Well, leave me a comment and let me know. There's certainly plenty in this episode to comment on. That's for damn sure. Do you like the direction we're going? Do you like the White City? Do you like the expanded map? Do you like the plans for it? All things for you to leave me a comment about and like get it off your chest. Picture, we're done. Say goodbye.
Bye, guys.
Guys, thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. And I can't wait to read your comments. I'll catch you for the next one. Peace out.